Okay, hello. Welcome to the Monday Slay. It's May 1st, and it's the first Monday Slay of the month. It's exciting. We've got the first Monday Slay. We've got the first day of the month. It's the first day of the week. Lots of people may have started their products today because they like to start on a Monday. They like to start with that clean slate and start fresh. So if that's you, this is a good call to be on. So tonight we're going to be talking all about the products with Plexus. So my name is Brooke Matamoros. If you're on here, then you must be somewhere in my downline. I'm a Diamond Silver ambassador, and I've been with the company just over 3.5 years now. I joined in October of 2013, and a few of the products that I'm going to talk about weren't around when I first joined. So pretty much every year we get at least one new product. And with the big reveal coming up this Saturday and convention at the end of this month, my guess is that we're going to have new product or new products announced. So I'm super excited. And I already have a dog chirping. So sorry. I'm the one who's being distracting. Anyway, so this is a really exciting time to be with Plexus, and I hope to give you guys some information that might be new to you, or maybe it gives you an idea of a different product you might want to be on, or maybe somebody that you care about should be on. So as I'm talking about the products and I'm talking about the benefits that they may provide for you, be thinking about the people that you know in your life who might need to hear some of this. So if you're taking notes, that's great. So let's get started. And actually, let me move to speaker view here. Okay, so, all right, so the first one here, this is our breast check kit. For those of you who don't know, we actually started off as a breast health company, and this was our first product. We weren't called Plexus Worldwide. We were actually called Plexus Pink. That was the name of our company. There's videos on YouTube demonstrating this on the doctor's show, and that was when we were still called Plexus Pink. But it comes in this box, and what it does is actually quite cool. Early detection is really key for breast health and breast cancer. Finding abnormalities and changes in your breast tissue is really important. So this is what this looks like. And this has like this kind of gel-like thing in here. And the way this is used, you put this over your breast tissue, and it's actually a patented material here. But what it does is it actually magnifies the senses that you have on the ends of your fingertips. So it's more easily detectable when you have a change, especially if you're regular. You do these, you're supposed to do your home breast self-exams every month, at the same kind of time every month in your cycle, so that you can figure out any changes in your breast tissue. And so this is a really cool device because it really does help you notice any changes, and that's when you can make that appointment to see your doctor and all that good stuff. So once you have one, it's good for 10 years. It's a great thing. They typically offer a sale in October at Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Sometimes they do a BOGO thing where if you order one, they'll actually send you two so that you can gift it to a friend or a mom or a sister or an aunt or something like that. So we also do a lot of philanthropic work with Plexus, and so breast cancer is one of those. We did a walk at Leaders Retreat last year, just raising awareness and hopefully selling a lot of breast check kits to help people be more effective in their exams. Okay, so then the next product that we had come on, this is now our Plexus body cream. It comes in this really cool silver bottle. This used to be in like a little short tub. It was called Dr. Spencer's breast cream because of it has a lot of good detoxifying properties. However, they reformulated it a little bit. They added the activated charcoal that's in this, and now they've called it the body cream because it's really good for all over your body, not just for breast tissue. But this is a really cool product for a lot of things. Again, activated charcoal is one of those things you see in a lot of beauty products these days, but it's been in our body cream for several years, ever since Dr. Spencer's breast cream changed to this. We added the activated charcoal. There's lots of benefits, lots of detoxifying properties. There's a lot of natural, different kinds of oils in here. It's really, really good. This is something a lot of people really love it for all kinds of different skin sensitivities and issues, but a lot of people really like it after a sunburn. This is just something to always have on hand at home. There's a lot of ambassadors actually who use this as their night cream, and they've loved the results from using this. It also has aloe in it. It has spirulina algae. I can't talk tonight. There's a lot of really good benefits, awesome ingredients in here, and it's a really cool product to have with us. So you can see I'm starting with some products that maybe aren't our most popular, and so that maybe you'll figure out another thing you might want to try. So we have one other cream, and that is the Plexus Ease cream. This is awesome. You can see it's open here. My whole family uses this. This is, it's a temporary soothing cream for like topical relief from, let's say, overexertion from exercise, lots of soreness like TMJ, headaches. A lot of people will rub it on their temples or their jaw, things like that. I can tell you my boys really love this. I honestly, after a sunburn, I feel like these together are truly amazing. But it takes the sting out of a sunburn when you use Ease. It's got a cooling effect, which is really nice. But my boys use this a lot, not just for sunburns, but for bug bites, itching, all that kind of stuff. This really, it's very soothing. And my youngest son especially has a lot of sensitivities, and his skin will definitely react to a mosquito bite or an ant bite or something. And this really, really helps. It keeps all that scratching away. But this is a really good topical product. It has a little bit of a minty smell. It's not like a Bengay. It's not overpowering. It's not greasy. It's really nice, but it's got shea butter. It does have New Zealand green-lipped mussel, which is a shellfish. So depending if somebody's got a shellfish allergy, depending on how sensitive that allergy really is, that might be something to consider. But there's a lot of good benefit that comes to this product. And related to that, we have our Ease capsules. And so these work really well together for kind of inside-outside relief, depending on what you have going on, especially if something that you're dealing with is inflammation. This is amazing. The New Zealand green-lipped mussel is also in the capsule. So if somebody has an allergy to shellfish that they can't consume, they might need to avoid this. Now, I will say this product does have a fishy smell. When you first get it and you open the bottle, it's like, oh, okay, maybe I'll let it sit out open for a little bit. Some people have a real sensitivity to that. It doesn't bother me, but it just depends on, I guess, your own needs. Hello, barking dog. Sorry. Okay, so again, I mentioned inflammation. This product is awesome for soreness, sore muscles and things like that after a workout, maybe a headache, anything that you would use an over-the-counter pain reliever for. This is awesome. And it comes without those kind of warnings, like, say somebody just has a continuous problem where they're constantly popping Tylenol, Advil, Aleve, all that kind of stuff. If you look on there, there's warning labels on those because of the long-term effect on your liver and kidneys, different things that can be affected from kind of overusing those, just because you're in that much discomfort. This is a product that you don't have to worry about that because it is natural. The anti-inflammatory properties that I mentioned, not only the New Zealand green-lipped mussels, but also turmeric. Turmeric is an amazing natural anti-inflammatory. There's a lot of people with a lot of gut-related issues, and we're going to get into gut health, that the Ease, because of the high potent anti-inflammatory from a natural substance in this is great for a lot of people that have inflamed GI issues or issues in the gut that are related to that sort of inflammation. This is an awesome product to add. Now, I'm going to say some things that probably technically are not compliant because with Plexus, we have to be very careful. We're not allowed to talk about disease names or even certain symptom things that are too specific because there are medications on the market, and when pharmaceuticals are out there for the sole purpose of treating, curing, preventing, all of that. They get to say that, and the FDA does not allow natural supplements to make those kinds of claims. So this isn't something that's going to be completely public, but just as an educational purpose for you, that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about researching the inflammation route to a lot of people's issues. If you've got, let's talk about MS for one. There's a lot of people who find great relief from the Ease line in addition to the triplex. That's an autoimmune disorder. Whenever you look at an autoimmune link, you want to look at gut health, and triplex is where you want to be. But for certain things, especially where inflammation is an issue, you want to be considering these as well. Ease is awesome, and I feel like it's kind of an unsung hero sometimes. Another product I want to talk about, well, I'm going to be talking about all of them. This is our Plexus Nerve. It looks a lot like the Ease bottle, but this is really cool. So I know we've changed some of the wording in here, so I want to try to stay compliant as much as I can. But anytime you've got somebody that has an issue where the nerve is where the problem is, whether it's nerve damage, neuropathy. Neuropathy, first of all, is super common for a lot of diabetics. And so for those of you who don't know, it's really just kind of a loss of feeling, especially like in your fingertips, the end of your toes. Like you hear about diabetics who get in such severe shape that, you know, they may lose toes or feet, you know, in surgery, and a lot of that has to do starting with neuropathy and things like that. So we have amazing ingredients in here that really help reduce nerve discomfort, but also, and I'm looking in here, I don't think they say it anymore. I don't think they say anymore, but just for educational purposes, this actually helps regrow the ends of your nerves. It helps to regenerate nerve fibers. Now that takes time, and actually with all of these, Ease and Nerve actually work really well together. If you look on YouTube, these used to be called the Fast Relief line, and Dr. Dennis Harris has some really good information about the development of these products and why they work so well together, especially for like MS patients and things like that. But the fact that you can actually regenerate nerve growth is pretty amazing. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention on these is you don't have to start slowly on products like this. You can start with a loading dose. It's not going to be something where it's like a detoxing effect. And as a matter of fact, depending on the level of nerve discomfort or nerve damage and things like that, you probably, in order to feel a difference, you're going to want to start high at this, and you're going to need to take it for several weeks before you notice the difference. But that, you know, those nerve fibers, they take time to grow. Erin, I see your hand is raised. What's up?
Yeah, so I had somebody that ordered, he's got nerve damage, and he ordered Slim and Nerve and took it for 2 months and then went into the Plexus protection program. And I'm assuming because he just never experienced anything. So you said it takes time. Like, do you know, I mean, I know everybody's different and stuff, but have you heard of anybody that, like, not that it, like, I guess I just want to know how long it might take.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of those things that's sometimes hard to answer because everybody is a little bit different, and I don't know the extent of his history, and I'm certainly not a doctor myself. But optimal use says take 2 capsules 3 times a day. So that's 6 a day, which with 60 capsules in here, he'd be done with a bottle in 10 days, right?
Right.
So
I don't think he was taking that many. I told him to like load up on it, but you know, men, they don't.
Yes.
Listen.
Yes. And you know, consistency is so key, and that's one of the things. And I like that you even brought up the Plexus protection program, because when you're reaching back out, guys, one of my early mistakes in Plexus is I got these great customers, but I was scared to check in with them regularly because I was afraid that maybe the feedback would be, well, I'm not really noticing anything, or I don't know if I like it. And so I was avoiding what if they don't like it, so I wasn't asking. Learn from my mistake and make sure if you do have customers or family members who are taking these products that you're checking in with them, and that you say, hey, I'm going to be checking in with you because I want to help you. And if there's something you're not noticing, or you are noticing that you don't like, let me know so I can help you fix this, and we can tweak your regimen. Maybe we can look at something differently. So and you could even make a joke of it. Hey, don't fall into the Plexus protection program on me. I'm going to be reaching out. Feedback is good. It's not going to hurt my feelings. If you're not happy, let me help you. So just put it out there, and that usually will try to help. But yeah, sometimes guys are a little bit harder anyway, a little more hard-headed and things like that too. So it can be a little difficult. But yeah, I would say it seems to me like he maybe didn't give it as much of a chance. And if they really want to make an effort on making a change, consistency is super important, and following the tips and directions that ambassadors have, as well as that are even right there on the label about the best way to use these products. Okay. So moving on, all right, let's talk about P96. So P96 comes in 2 flavors, chocolate and vanilla. They come in little individual packs, so it's not like a big tub with a scoop. But this is our protein go packs, kind of protein on the go. I wouldn't really call it a full meal replacement. You can, if you make this more hearty, like say you mix this with almond milk and you make a smoothie out of it because you also put in some frozen berries and some spinach and things like that. Like we do things like that. There's a lot of recipes actually in your back office in Plexus Way and things like that. I think it's Plexus Way. There's different places that have a lot of different recipes that you can use these, but these are awesome. They don't taste chalky. It's grass-fed, whey, cold pressed, all that good stuff. All of our products, by the way, are gluten-free. There's not a single product here that has artificial sweeteners. There's not a single product here that has gluten. Diabetic friendly, all that good stuff. Typically, our sweeteners are stevia. There are, let's see, in this, I think it's 15 grams of protein. Yeah, 15 grams of protein, 4 carbs, and only 96 calories. It might say 100 calories now, but it's called 96 because I think technically it's 96, and I think the FDA made us say it's 100. I don't know. They get all crazy technical on things, but the chocolate is really good. I think this tastes like wedding cake. I think this tastes like Swiss Miss hot chocolate. Especially if you put it in milk, but you can mix them with water. Obviously, if you're adding a lot of berries and orange juice and things like that, just keep in mind you're adding a lot more sugar. So you just keep in mind how you're using them. But these are really good. These are awesome. This is a great breakfast alternative. If you are somebody or you know somebody who never eats breakfast, that's not good. We should start our day, giving your metabolism a boost, and starting with protein instead of a bagel is a much smarter way to go. Why our country is so hung up on bagels and English muffins and cereals is beyond me. To start our day, we should be starting with protein, and this is something that's really fast and easy, and it tastes really good too. So that's a good option. It's a good after workout protein fix there. A snack in the afternoon, maybe instead of going to the vending machine at work, choose a healthy option. So these are great. These do only come with 12 in a bag. So if you're going to have one every single day, one bag is not going to last you for the month. And even if you do one of each then and you trade off your flavors, it's only going to last you 24 days. So keep that in mind. But these are really, really good. And I think they taste awesome. I think they're really, really good options, but the ingredients are really good. I love them. And you can make protein balls with them. There's a lot of recipes out there that you mix them with honey and oats and peanut butter, and you make little protein balls. It's a great snack for the kids or after a workout, things like that. There's even like a fake cookie dough. It makes you feel like you're eating cookie dough, but it's made with the vanilla protein. So there's lots of fun recipes that you can make. There's There's even like a copy of the McDonald's Shamrock Shake, but obviously a much healthier version here using our products. I saw somebody had a chat. Yes. Okay. So Julie was talking about Megan DeAndrea's husband had, is it Bell's palsy? And yeah, if you find, I'm sure if you search that, thank you. If you search that on my team page, I'm sure you would find his story. Okay, yeah, I'm just seeing the rest of that chat. Yeah, there's a lot. Oh, and speaking of finding testimonies, let me give you this tip. There is a page that is strictly only for ambassadors, but it's called Plexus Journeys. You can't find it if you search for it because it's a secret page, but if you let your upline know that you want to see more testimonies and you want to be added to the Journeys page, we can try to do that. It sometimes takes a little while to get people approved because the admins have to approve any new members, and I think they want to verify it's actually an ambassador on there. But that's a great place to do a keyword search. Facebook also now, it didn't used to be this way, but you can actually search all of Facebook. Anytime you're talking to somebody, let's say you're talking to somebody with IBS and you want to find some testimonies, you can search in the team page using keyword searches. My dog is now digging in my purse. I love puppies. Okay, but you can type in like IBS and Plexus in just the main keyword search bar in all of Facebook. Like where, if you were going to go to somebody's page and you're looking for Sally Sue, and so you type her name in that bar, you could type in IBS and Plexus or headaches and Plexus, and any posts that are public or that are posted in group pages where you're a member, things like that, they're going to come up for you. So that's a great way to try to find some testimonies. Let me caution you that compliance, there's a lot out there that's not compliant. It doesn't mean that it's not true. Everybody has these amazing stories and our products work, but there's a lot of rules about compliance and things that we aren't always allowed to say. So testimonies, I feel like, are best shared on a one-on-one level. If you have a friend who's struggling with a certain thing, find some testimonies and let them, you can send those to them. But I would just be aware, especially if there is an actual disease name listed in the testimony. Don't put that public on your wall. Share it privately. Just a little tip there. Okay, so that's that. All right, let's move on to some really cool stuff here. All right, this is our Mega X. This is our omega supplement. This is completely plant-based. This is not a fish oil omega supplement, but it does have omegas 3, 6, 9, 5, and 7. This is awesome. So it is mostly from the ahi flower. And if you research what each omega number does, there's different benefits. There's heart health, there's brain health. One of them even aids in relaxation. How many of you guys have this on your nightstand like I do? Right? Love it, love it. So 2 soft gels, and well, this bottle's empty because this is my display, but these soft gels are actually a lot smaller than most of the fish oil or omega-3 supplements that are out there. There's those giant gel capsule things. These are much smaller. They don't have any sort of fishy aftertaste or anything like that. So it's just awesome. There's so much science behind the importance of omegas and why we need them, and your EFAs and all that good stuff. This is awesome. So if you're talking to somebody about Plexus and they don't really know that there's a fit, I usually feel like omegas, multivitamins, and probiotics are where you talk. And this is the omega supplement that we have. This is Mega X. It's fantastic. All right, so multivitamins, right? I just mentioned that. This is the most amazing multivitamin out there. This is our X Factor capsule. This is fully methylated B12, folate instead of folic acid. Our early version of X Factor did not have those 2 factors. People that have the genetic mutation MTHFR, this is now really good. Our old version was not good for them because of the folic acid, and it wasn't methylated and all that. Some of this doesn't make sense to you. Here's what does make sense. A lot of people take vitamins and they don't notice the difference, or it makes them feel queasy or nauseous, or it makes them have neon colored pee in the bathroom and they feel like, did I actually benefit from this at all, or am I just paying for expensive pee now? Here's the good news about this. Our aloe, we have a patented aloe blend that has been added to this. For people who have severe absorption issues in terms of nutrition, there's a lot of people who doctors are telling them to drink aloe or to take aloe supplements and things like that. The aloe is what makes this a turbocharged multivitamin. The aloe actually makes the vitamins that are in here more bioavailable. It's like it gives each, the B12 that's in here, the C, the D3 that's in here, it's like it gives it its own little zip code, and it's able to go to the right part of your body and actually utilize it. I feel like this gives me a little bit of a pep in my step. My first month that I did Plexus, I only used the Slim and the X Factor, and I felt amazing. A lot of people are going to tell you that their hair and their nails and their skin look better. Their hair and nails are growing stronger and faster than ever before. That's something the FDA doesn't want us to say because we don't have like a clinical study that shows why these things make your hair and nails grow faster. But the fact is, people are noticing all of that stuff happening, and it's because it's a sign that your body is absorbing nutrients at a better rate. There's a lot of people who have had complaints before that a multivitamin makes them queasy or nauseous, and everybody that I've ever had personal experience with that has had that experience, they don't have that feeling using X Factor. I think the aloe plays a role in that. That's my personal guess. But this is awesome. In addition to the awesome multivitamin, the multi-blend that's in here and the aloe, this also has a super potent antioxidant in here, New Zealand blackcurrant. It is amazing. So you want to talk immune system boosting to somebody, they need to be on X Factor, and they need a good probiotic, and ours is the best, and we're going to get to that in a minute. Now, this is our multivitamin chewable. This is our X Factor chewable. So really very similar to this. It's got the same multivitamin blend. It has the same super potent antioxidant, the New Zealand blackcurrant. This does not have aloe, and it is not like the fully methylated version. But this is what I can tell you. My experience before this came out, my kids, we don't allow artificial sweeteners in my house. It was very hard to find a multivitamin that they would, well, it was very hard to find one at all that didn't have artificial sweeteners. I finally found one that didn't have artificial dye, but it still had an artificial sweetener that I didn't want. So when Plexus came out with this option, I was overjoyed. So my boys have been taking this, and really they only need one tablet up to age 17. And if for 18 and over, they would take 2 tablets. So 60 come in here. I have 2 kids. This lasts me 30 days because they each take 1 a day. It's just this little chewable tablet. It's purple, but it's not from a artificial dye. We have no artificial dyes or sweeteners, which is awesome. It says it's sour grape. My boys love the taste. So that's really good. So this is great for your little kiddos' immune systems. It's awesome. So that's our chewable version. So if you've got kids, you need that on your order. I promise you, they're going to love it, and you're going to notice the difference for your kiddos. Okay, so I said immune support. And talking to most people about, maybe you want to have somebody just challenge, okay, you already take omegas, you already take a multivitamin, you already take a probiotic. Next time you're out, why don't you switch, try mine for 60 days. If you don't like it, you can get your money back. For 60 days, you can take every single one in there. So again, immune system support, ProBio 5 is the best probiotic that's out there. This is actually the product that made me say yes to Plexus 3.5 years ago. My youngest son, now again, non-compliant warning here. We're not really supposed to talk about kids and our products other than this, because this is meant for kids specifically. This is not formulated specifically for children. But there's a ton of people who are giving this probiotic to their kids, and I'm one of them, and I'll tell you why I decided it was right for my kids. You need to be an advocate for your own kids' health, but for everybody in your family, but definitely for you. I feel like everybody should be on a probiotic, and ours is amazing. I'm gonna tell you a couple of reasons why ours is different, but my youngest son, when he was 4 months old, he started showing a lot of gut-related issues. I didn't know what was going on with him. Lots of tummy troubles, tons of eczema. It was bad. My pediatrician wasn't listening to me. I found a more holistic approached pediatrician who was, she's not anti-medicine, but she likes to combine, more natural things. And she is the one who taught me about probiotics, digestive enzymes, and that was the key. She had me always trying, she said immediately, we need to get him on probiotics and fish oils, all kinds of fun stuff that was hard to give an infant. But she always had me, we tried a few different probiotics at different price points and things like that, all based on her recommendation, but she always had me buy a separate digestive enzyme tablet from this other like nutritionist kind of a person, because she said that was going to make so much more of a difference. Now, a couple of years later, I finally hear about Plexus, finally realized that it's actually a health company, not a diet company, and they have this probiotic. So I took a look and was blown away. I actually took it to my pediatrician's office. They were very impressed not only with the strands that are in here. It's called Probio 5 because we have 5 different probiotic strands that are in here. Some probiotics on the market may have fewer, may have more. The important thing is what these strands actually target, and ours is an awesome blend. Most of the issues that people have, these are the strands that they need, but in addition to that, there's already a digestive enzyme in our blend already, so no wonder people notice a difference. That's what makes this one so amazing. The digestive enzymes. Now, and I always say this one in different ways, and sometimes I say it, well, I've heard it, anyway. All right. In the proprietary enzyme blend, the second one down there, some people say chitosanase, C-H-I-T-O. Anyway, that one, that's the thing that's truly amazing. That's the thing that is going to make your gut health actually notice a difference. I have a lot of friends who have been on different probiotics, and when I challenge them to try this one, they take probiotics because they know that it's good for them and they feel like they're supposed to, so they try one, but they don't really notice anything happening. They take this one and they notice the difference. So a little while ago, I asked who had this on their, or who had Mega X on their nightstand. So really, this is the blend right here that's going to be amazing. This is what you want to keep on your nightstand. We do not need to keep ours refrigerated. This is going to give you amazing rest and make you wake up feeling refreshed. It doesn't matter if you're up with kiddos in the middle of the night and you don't have quantity of sleep. Your quality of sleep is super important, and these two together are going to help that. Hey Logan, can you close this door, please? My boys just got home. Okay, so Probio 5, the other thing I wanted to mention, I mentioned this does not have to be refrigerated. A lot of people think that the highest number of CFUs, the billions per unit and all of that, and the fact that it's refrigerated is what's most important. No, ours works differently. So there may be some people that say, well, that CFU number seems really low. It's not going to make a difference for me. Go. No, please go. Okay, so what's going to be important is our digestive enzymes is what actually is going to make that important. It really doesn't have anything to do with the billions of CFUs per unit. And the reason that everybody believes that number has to be so high is, honestly, you guys, and you can research this, the reason that number is so high on most probiotics is because on the way to the gut where it actually needs to do the work, a lot of it will die off. And so the parts that need to get there won't ever get there, and so they won't be effective. That's why they need such a high number in order to guarantee that any of it is going to end where it's supposed to do the work it's supposed to do. Ours is different. Our number doesn't have to be so high, largely because of our enzymes. And the way that it's formulated, it guarantees that it gets there and it's going to do the work. If you have somebody that's questioning that and is skeptical of that, I get it. I understand. You know what? The best thing to do is try it. If you don't notice a difference, get your money back. That's the thing, you guys. This probiotic is truly, truly amazing. Now, I will say, because it is so effective, there's a high chance when you take a good probiotic like this and you're addressing a lot of the issues that are going on in your gut that's connected to joint pain, inflammation, headaches, sugar cravings, sleep issues, skin issues. Yes, I'm being non-compliant, but that's what's going on. If you look at gut health and skin issues, if you Google gut health and headaches, if you Google gut health and joint pain, you're going to see a connection. And when you find a product that actually gets in the gut and is doing what it needs to do, you're going to see why so many people are loving this product. Now, when you are attacking those issues, you're angering all the bad flora and the bad bacteria that are going on in there. And so that can lead to die-off symptoms, detoxing, and everybody expresses a little bit differently. Some people express through their skin, so maybe they break out a little bit. Maybe if eczema is an issue for them, maybe it actually seems to flare up a little bit, because a lot of times things tend to get a little bit worse. Just as because you've angered what's wrong in your gut, you're starving it of the stuff that it wants, and so it gets mad, and maybe you express differently. Maybe it's headaches, maybe it's your sugar cravings actually increase, maybe it's going to the bathroom more frequently. Everybody's a little bit different. Not everybody. There's a few super common ones, and where you fit kind of is what might be unique to you. But just know that starting slowly on a product like this is usually a better idea, just because you don't know how severe somebody's issues and their die-off symptoms may be. So in order to kind of ease that process and the detoxing and the die-off stages, that's important stuff, because it means it's working, and that's when you really want to be checking in with your people, or if it's you that's experiencing this, let your sponsor know, your upline know, this is what I'm experiencing, and they're going to be able to help you and give you some tips. Increasing your water intake, increasing vitamin C, maybe adding some milk thistle. That's a great thing that can help with detox. Avoiding carbs and sugars, because that's often the thing that's feeding the bad bacteria, and the more you can eliminate that during the detoxing process, at least, you're going to find better results. Another great thing to do while you're having the die-off process is to increase your BioCleanse. So these two, we often call these the Wonder Twins. This is part of our triplex combo, but these two work amazingly well together. The BioCleanse, don't be afraid of the word cleanse. This has a lot of good benefits, but one of the things, if you have somebody experiencing a lot of die-off, by increasing their BioCleanse is really good, because here's what happens. The reason we like these together, this one's going to kind of bag up all the trash. It's going to pull up all these toxins that are in your gut, and this is what's going to actually get it out of your body. This does so much more, though. I know this product has saved a ton of people who aren't regular on one spectrum or the other, whether they go too frequently or they don't go enough. I was one of those people that did not go enough. I added fiber constantly in my diet, leafy greens, like all that stuff I was supposed to, and I just accepted that that's just how my body works. I only go once or twice a week. You guys, that's a terrible sign of your health. I get very passionate when I'm talking about gut health. I just realized like how much more animated I am right now as opposed to when I started this video. But anyway, BioCleanse, I love this. This is where you want your gut health attacked. But this does so much more than just eliminating what's waiting at the curb, shall we say, and getting you regular. This actually helps to oxygenate the body down to the cellular level. It energizes the body from that. It's a good magnesium supplement. This is also, for those of you who know anything about pH balance, alkaline, it is possible to be too alkaline. Most people fall in the too acidic spectrum, from alkaline to acidic. You in the middle is good, or a little more alkaline. A lot of diseases cannot survive in a highly oxygenated and alkaline environment. This is an amazing product, you guys. So if you've got somebody who needs immune system help, I always want to say ProBio 5 and our X Factor multivitamin. But my goodness, gut health is where all the connection is, I feel like, to everything. And so they want both of these. Now, along with this, oh, here's a note. BioCleanse actually comes in 2 different sizes, the 120 bottle or the 180 bottle. On the 120 bottle, it says suggested use is 2 capsules 2 times a day. So that's 4 capsules a day, which is 30 days, which is why this would be 120. If you get the bottle of 180, it actually shows you the maximum dose is 6 a day. For my journey, you guys, I had to take 6 a day for nearly, I think it was almost a week before I got anything moving. So don't be afraid of this. Start slowly if you're nervous about it, but just know you can take up to 6 a day, and that's a good thing. So that's what's really, really cool. This isn't a one-size-fits-all company. This isn't everybody needs to do the exact same regimen. Figure out what works for you. Optimal suggestion for this is taking this between meals. So I like to tell people to set a reminder on their phone for like 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. And it's time to take their BioCleanse. Here's what happened for me. For like the first year, that worked really well for me. And then I got to the point where I wasn't eating meals always at the same time every day. My schedule just was unpredictable. It was just weird. And I got to where I just wasn't taking it. And that's bad. So I realized it's much better for me. Honestly, I actually take my BioCleanse in the morning with my Slim and my X Factor. And at least I'm taking it every single day, and I'm still super regular. I take 3 every morning. Again, I've been doing this for 3.5 years, and that's what I love to do. So if the schedule isn't working for you, talk with your upline, talk with your ambassador, and figure out what works for you, because we can find you a regimen that fits and that works really well. So the gut health is super, super, super important. Again, Google gut health and whatever you're experiencing, fatigue, whatever, and you're gonna find that connection. Here's the other thing I want you to Google with all of your issues, whether it's habits you have or goals you want to achieve. The other thing I want you to see the connection for is your blood sugar. Blood sugar and headaches, blood sugar and fatigue, blood sugar and oh gosh, there was another really good one I was just thinking of. And now I'm not, how it relates to your thyroid, all that sort of thing. There's just a huge connection. Blood sugar is not only an issue for people who have diabetes. I used to experience that 3 p.m. crash like every single day, where that's when I was reaching for something with a lot of caffeine and a ton of sugar, and just to feel like, well, this is just going to get me through the rest of my day. That was bad. This is such a healthier option. So this is our Slim. Again, I wish this had a different name, because this really feels like it's a weight loss product. And if somebody does not have weight to lose, they're not going to be losing weight. Okay. We actually have people, Marty in North Carolina comes to mind, where she was at a low unhealthy weight. And by getting on these products, she was able to actually gain weight and maintain a healthy weight, and has done so for a couple of years now. So that's amazing. So don't be deterred by the name. And let people know it's so much more than what it seems. Blood sugar is hugely important, but this comes in the little daily packets. You can take more than one a day. If you do that regularly, it would be an expensive habit, but it is fine to do so. This product is truly amazing. This helped me with my sugar cravings, as well as my afternoon slump. I no longer have that. So I love that. I still eat sweets from time to time, absolutely, but I'm no longer a slave to my sweet tooth. And I promise you, that's where I used to be before Plexus was. I was absolutely a slave to that. So when you can address that, it's awesome. But in addition to that, it can also help your cholesterol levels, helps increase your willpower over food, that's for sure. This can burn fat and not muscle, and that's what's really awesome. One of the things when we are talking about losing weight, I want to say is stay off the scale and help your people understand taking measurements or notice or taking pictures or noticing the way their clothes are fitting is a much better, is a much truer picture of their changes in their body than a number on the scale. That can fluctuate based on the weather. It can fluctuate based on what time of day you have it or you're taking it and things like that. Inches lost is a much better sign of true health rather than pounds lost. And when you're making some healthy changes, where maybe you're exercising more, you can actually be putting on weight. When you make changes where you've increased your water intake every day, your body, most people don't drink enough water. And so when you start to actually do our recommendation of drinking half your body weight in ounces of water a day. Now that means like somebody that weighs 160 pounds should be drinking 80 ounces of water every day. And for some people that's really hard to do. And when they start to do that, their body tends to hold on to that. They may be gaining water weight in the beginning because their body's surprised, because honestly what's happened is their body is starved of water. They've been so thirsty and they're so excited to see all this. They're like, oh, I'm going to hold on to this forever. I don't want to let this go. This is what I've been needing. But once your body realizes that this is the new normal, that now you're going to be feeding it water constantly, it's going to let that go and you won't continue to have those water issues. Again, BioCleanse is a great thing to help with bloating, water weight, and things like that. You want to be cleansing your body and experiencing the detox effects from that. We've got people, Shannon Bosbos comes to mind, where she just did blood work recently after she's been on Triplex consistently since the summer, and her cholesterol, her numbers were so much better. I want to say they dropped, like her bad cholesterol dropped like 40 points. I might be wrong on that, but something really great. And she's a great friend and neighbor. And so it's been really exciting to see. It's really fun to see your blood work showing, healthy stuff. Those are the numbers we care about, not the scale. So take measurements, take pictures, notice the way your clothes are fitting, because what happens, you may have heard something where, muscle weighs more than fat. It doesn't weigh more, but it is more dense. So if you lose 5 pounds of fat, you're actually losing more mass. So you can shrink more than if you lose 5 pounds of muscle. It doesn't make that much, it doesn't take up as much physical room, so it's not as noticeable. So when you're actually targeting fat instead of muscle, which is what this is doing, then that's a good thing. And that's what most people want to see. I'm noticing some chats here. Erin, did I answer that about the difference that people would experience? Okay, cool. Oh, good. You're looking for blood work results, Kimberly. Awesome. Oh, Claire was on Triplex for 3 months and her cholesterol dropped from 237 to 149. Claire, that's amazing. Y'all, I love that. Anytime you have somebody who is looking down on you or teasing you about sharing Plexus with people, I want you to remember these testimonies and build your belief and look in our team pages and search Facebook for cholesterol and Plexus or whatever. Look at all these people and look at the text that you get from people saying, thank you for sharing. This has made a difference for me. Tessa Hurst, my mom is no longer on her cholesterol meds. That is amazing. Again, these supplements are not meant to treat, cure, prevent, or whatever, any diseases and issues. But y'all, seriously, why do people take multivitamins? Come on. To prevent disease, to treat things, to be feeling better. Claire posted a testimony on Plexus Journeys. Awesome. Erin, have I not added you to that page? Okay, I'll get you on Journeys. I'm the worst upline ever. Okay. All right, so now let's talk about, all right, Edge. I love this product, you guys. Edge is amazing. Do you have people in your life who are addicted to the coffee pot now let me say this. Coffee itself is not a bad thing for you. But most of the things that people are adding to coffees, or they're getting the specialty coffees, you're adding so much stuff that is hard on your gut, lots of dairy a lot of times, and a lot of times so much sugar or artificial sweeteners like Splenda. Please do not use Splenda ever again. Get your gut healthy and avoid Splenda and sucralose and all that good stuff. Well, I guess that one is sucralose. The you know what I'm talking about. All those are bad on your gut. Do some research. All right. So people who are addicted to all that kind of coffee, Monster, Red Bull, all of those kinds of things. Erin, I feel like Edge is a life hack. It absolutely is a life hack. I'm cheating life in a good way. I love that, Erin. You're exactly right. Okay, so Edge. This is a smaller bottle because there only comes 30 in a bottle because you only need one a day. I started taking, this was released at convention last year, and I started taking it, and I love this. This has changed me so much. I've driven 12-hour road trips by myself with 2 young boys and 2 dogs, never once feeling drowsy, and that's without having any coffee. And then getting there, you know, going hiking and biking and fishing and all that stuff for 5 days, and then turning around and driving by myself back 12 hours a day. Again, one of these little guys is amazing. But you don't have to be up for a long period of time needing that kind of non-drowsy focus in order to take this. This is what saves me on just a normal day, getting through managing my family, my boys' schedules, and baseball and everything else that goes along with it. Edge is an awesome, healthy alternative to people who need energy and who need focus. We only have 3 ingredients in here. The caffeine source is a natural caffeine. It comes from Coffee Robusta. It's 90 milligrams of caffeine, so that's about equivalent to 1 cup of coffee. So that's clean, pure. The good part that coffee is, that's what's in here, and it's about equivalent to that as well, the amount. The other 2 ingredients, theacrine and L-theanine, those are really, really awesome. One of them, I can't remember which one, actually ensures that the energy boost that you experience from this is a non-jittery energy. That's hugely important. And that's something that I've noticed. Caffeine affects me. I'm somebody, Dr. Pepper used to be my thing. If I had one in the afternoon, I felt it and I could not go to sleep at night. So I'm somebody that notices, you know, those kinds of things. I'm kind of sensitive to that. This has been amazing for me. I have one of these every single morning with my BioCleanse, my Slim, and my X Factor. And I absolutely love this, So if this is, again, a much, much healthier option, if you've got college-age people in your life, they should be on Edge. Let's see. You can take it when you need it, or you can take it regularly. That's a good question. It doesn't have to be something where you have to take it every day. It does actually, the ingredients in here help with healthy, sustained energy, sharper thinking. It enhances your ability to concentrate and focus. That's hugely important, especially for people on certain days. Maybe it's studying, maybe it's preparing for a presentation, maybe it's different things. And it also can help improve your mood. I've noticed all 4 of those, and those are claims we can make because the ingredients in here, they all have clinical studies and information that backs that up. And so that's awesome. But I personally have noticed all 4 of those, and on the improving mood, I have to say that mine has kind of been that motivation factor, where I feel motivated to get through my to-do list for the day. And honestly, who doesn't need that? If you want to be more productive, this is an amazing, amazing product. Oh, and yes, Erin, thank you. The L-theacrine is non-habit forming. That's what's awesome too. So I think well, one of them is the non-jittery thing, and one of them ensures that it's non-habit forming. So it's not something where if I'm not taking it, that I'm gonna feel that like withdrawal kind of stuff. So it's great to use when you need it. I personally am somebody who feel like I need it every day, and so I take it every day, and I love it. So yeah, so you won't be building a tolerance. Thank you guys. Oh yes, Jennifer Mata, she loves Edge as a pre-workout. Good focus and determination. Love this. So there's so many uses for this one little product. I love that. Thank you guys. All right, so the last little 3 products here, I kind of like to group them together. This is, well, since we were talking about edge, let's talk about these 2. These 2 are other products that are considered stimulants. One other note on the Slim, this says less than 2% caffeine in here. This is not a stimulant product. Yes, you're gonna feel natural energy from it, but it's not from being like a caffeinated thing. Most people think, oh, it's pink, it's got dyes in it. Oh, you feel energized, it's got a lot of caffeine in it. No, the color comes from beetroot. The energy just comes from having a more stable body. And so that's what's important. That keeps you that natural sustained energy. The less than 2% caffeine that's in the Slim, that is because there could be trace amounts from the green coffee bean extract, but many batches that they actually that they test show up as 0. So that's something, if somebody says, oh, I can't have any caffeine, I'm so sensitive to that, don't let them look at the less than 2% and assume that they can't have it. Slim might be a fit for them. Now, stimulants, yes, we have our Edge, and then we have these 2. These 2 products do have stimulants, and they are our metabolism booster options. We have the pink bottle is our Accelerator Plus, and our Boost is the red bottle. This is not something that you would take together. You would choose one or the other. This is where our 60-day money-back guarantee is really great. Some people love the way they feel on one, and some people may try one and they don't like it. And so they can call, get their money back, and exchange for the other one and try that in its place. That's what's amazing. Our money back guarantee really helps people find the fit that's right for them. So here's what I typically find. I typically find that the more athletic people, the people who are working out regularly, that kind of stuff, they tend to like Boost more, and a lot of them like to use it as a pre-workout. So this can be a really good option. Accelerator Plus, typically is for those who aren't as active but who want the metabolism boost. This also has 5-HTP in it, which is a mood enhancer. That might be something that is either appealing to somebody or not. But that's those are kind of the differences, I would say. If somebody's not sure where to try, look at the information that's in the catalog to kind of see where they're leaning. But based on their exercise level, I might try them either here if they're not as active, or here if they are more active. And again, if they don't like it, they can exchange for a different one. So these are going to give you good metabolism boosts. One thing I will say on this, like especially for those who try Accelerator Plus, who maybe aren't as active, what happens when you take a metabolism booster, you're speeding up your metabolism, and what happens is when your body's adjusting to that, it sends a signal to your brain of, oh my goodness, I'm burning through more fuel. Food is fuel. And it sends a signal to your brain that says, I'm hungry, and it makes you feel more hungry. And some people are going to say, well, I'm trying to lose weight. Why is this thing making me feel like I'm starving? And then I go and I binge eat and I'm sabotaging. This is a good thing to let people, give them a heads up when they're trying this. Hey, at the beginning, you may feel a sensation of hunger. That's a good sign when you notice that. It means it's working, because your body is burning through more fuel, and it's kind of panicked, thinking that it needs to replace it. What if they can make a healthy choice instead of going through the donut drive-through, maybe have a handful of almonds, or maybe they choose to have a P96, something like that instead. Choose protein instead of carbs and sugars, and don't overdo it. Make some healthy choices. That feeling will subside once the body gets used to realizing, oh, this is our new normal, and then you're going to be able to even maximize those results. You're going to maximize your benefit, and you're going to see even better results if you can make some smart choices and just push through it, and just know that you're not always going to feel hungry when you're on this. If you're taking it regularly, your body will get used to it. That feeling will subside, and then you're going to see the pounds and those inches really moving. Okay, so that's important to note. I will say, I just noticed somebody was talking about thermogenic. When this first came out, everybody was saying, oh, Boost is a thermogenic and Accelerator Plus is not. They technically actually are both a thermogenic, and what that means is it heats up the body. But I think the Boost is a more noticeable version of that, and that's why a lot of people like that as a pre-workout. It heats up the body. You're going to maximize those results. Yeah, it increases that core temp. Jennifer says, Accelerator made me so hungry at first and hated it. Tried it again a second time and loved it. Yes, you had to get over that hump. I love it. I'm glad that you gave it another shot. How many Accelerator do you take there and when? That's a great question. I always suggest anytime you're doing these to, you can take 2 a day. I always start with 1. Let your body see how sensitive, how it's going to react to it, and then go from there. I say try 1 for the first couple days. If you felt jittery at all, look at your protein and take a look at, did you take it on an empty stomach, that sort of thing, or maybe 1 is the right number for you. Otherwise, you can work up to 2. And what I like to do when you're working up to the 2 is maybe do 1 just after breakfast or with breakfast, and then the second one just after lunch. And once you get used to that, then it's great to take 2 at a time, either with typically with a meal or the pre-workout option and things like that. Let's see, Lorraine has heard people going through menopause should not take either product. That's going to depend on heat flashes. The thermogenic aspect of that can be a factor. So maybe just going slowly and see, maybe time of day matters. It's going to be different for different people. Before, take 15 minutes after a meal with protein. Is that true? It kind of depends on you. Depends on people with a more sensitive system. It's not recommended to try it the first time on an empty stomach. And depending on how your body reacts to things, that's where the eating first is important or not. Typically, when you're starting something, I say eat something and make sure it's protein first. It does not have to be taken with Slim. You can separate. You could take your Slim before, eat breakfast, then take your Accelerator Plus. A lot of people, just for ease, that they don't feel like they're taking something, all day long, they take them together with their Slim, and that's fine too. So, but yeah, it just, whatever's working for you. If you feel like you're not getting results, try it a different way. And because you do want those results that you're hoping to achieve. All right, so we've got one last product to talk about, and that's our block. This is our carb blocker, excuse me. This is awesome. We have this is actually our second version. If it says the quick acting here in the corner, that's our newer. We did have the first version of block that came out. You had to take it 30 minutes before a meal, and that was really hard for a lot of people to time it right. And so now they reformulated it a little bit, and this is quick acting. Lorraine, I just saw that question. I'll answer that in just a second. With the block, here's what's cool about this. This is good, not just for cheat meals when you're going to have pizza and beer or something. This is a great one to keep in your purse, especially when you go out to restaurants. Sometimes maybe you're not always making the best choices there. And so keeping it in your purse, when you place your order, take 1 or 2 capsules of this, and then it's in your system and working. Kim Phillips is a Ruby ambassador with Plexus. She's on the Darby team. She's not on my team, but she's on our larger uplines team. And she's kind of a block guru. She's got a lot of great videos about block, and that it's not just for cheat meals and carbs and stuff. She loves to take this regularly. This made a huge impact for her and her body changes. She's a fitness instructor, yoga instructor, and stuff like that. But block, incorporating this is what really impacted her. Diabetics, this is something that could be awesome, because the ingredients that are in here can help to block up to 48% of the carbs and sugars you take in. Now, what's important about that is any carbs and sugars that you're taking into your body, that's the stuff that's supposed to be fuel, before a workout, things like that. It's great to carb load before you're about to expend a bunch of energy and burn that off. What happens when you have a lot of carbs and sugars and you don't burn it off, it turns to glucose, which then gets stored as fat. So if you use a product like this, this can really help you to get over make some bigger progress faster, not only before a cheat meal, but also just regularly to take your impact, maximize your benefits a little bit further. So there's a lot of great studies, a lot of good information about the NC2. It's like a seaweed blend, white kidney bean, all this kind of stuff. We have clinically tested ingredients here that show how it blocks your sugar and carb. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is really cool. So it's also really good, again, for diabetics. Your glycemic index for foods. Nathan Darby has a really great video about block and the glycemic index. He's a type 1 diabetic. He's Melissa Darby's husband. And I know that video is on my team page if you want to learn a little bit more about this, or go to Kim Phillips' different videos that she's put on, or challenges that she's put on. Some really, really good information about block. So let's see. Lorraine had a question. Oh, wait. Okay, block. Tessa, it has helped you reduce your metformin from 15 milligrams to 500 milligrams. Wow. You don't leave the house without it. It's really helped your father-in-law with his sugar levels as well. Tessa, are you on metformin for diabetic issues, or thyroid, or what's your metformin prescription for? That makes me curious. That's awesome. Yeah, so don't think of, and when you're posting about this, like, it's really good to show people that you're trying to make good choices. I wouldn't be like, hey, good thing I've got my block, because here I am eating a whole pizza by myself on this Friday night. Like, we want to, put our best foot out there, but you can say, hey, this, I'm glad I have this because I'm going out for pizza and beer with the girls, or, whatever. All right, Tessa, where are you?
Hey, I've unmuted.
Okay.
I just want to answer your question. I thought it'd be easier to do it this way than type it.
Yes.
I actually have PCOS and I'm insulin resistant. And I've been on metformin for 15 years. So I'm slowly decreasing my my dosage per day. So block has really, really helped with that. I don't get all the midday food coma crashes and stuff like that. But of course I have to watch what I eat,
right,
which everybody should anyway. But it has really helped me with that. So I hope to be off of it completely. And one day it's coming.
15 years. So for those of you who don't know, PCOS, that's polycystic, how do you say it?
Polycystic ovarian syndrome.
Yes. Yes. So that has a huge connection to blood sugar. And yeah, the same metformin is often prescribed to diabetics, as well as people with PCOS, thyroid issues. A lot of those things are all blood sugar related. So a lot of people think hear blood sugar and think it's only a diabetic thing. It's just not the case. So if you educate yourself on root causes of things, blood sugar, gut health, and the connection, that's how, honestly, you guys, when we share some of these testimonies, I know what it looks like. You got to remember what it sounds like to be on the other side of hearing this stuff, where you just go, how can this little pink drink fix that person's rheumatoid arthritis and that person's PCOS? This does not make sense. It's because we're talking about root causes of issues. And if you can educate and inform your family, your friends, the people that you care about that these products are focused on root issues of things, educate themselves on that, look into the ingredients that we have. They're going to recognize the connection, and then they're going to be able to see that what you're talking about actually is valid. There's a lot of credibility behind it. Yeah, you can't look up. We do have our clinical study on triplex and slim, but you can't like look up clinical studies, Plexus, ProBio 5, and this, and you're going to find a bunch of stuff. But what you can do is go to websites like www.pubmed.com and look up the specific ingredients and find clinical studies and all kinds of medical journal resource information on what those particular ingredients are connected to. And when people see that, that's what makes them understand. We do have to be careful compliance-wise when we're talking about, when we're sharing that kind of stuff publicly, but when you're talking one-on-one, that's what's gonna make people understand that these products are worth trying. They're making a difference for people. I see here a couple people asking about how many blocks you can take in a day. Yeah, you can take, I usually see 4 a day, like 2 before one meal and then 2 before another meal. There are some people who try it like taking it at bedtime and then in the morning rather than at meal times. However, for certain people with different blood sugar issues, that might not be the best thing. And I think it's because of what happens to your blood sugar while you're sleeping that's why some people really like to take it at nighttime, at bedtime, and then why for other people it's not a good idea. So when you're experimenting with your regimen, just look into a little bit, ask your upline for help, and I would just start slowly. Don't take a ton all at once when you're trying something new. I like to listen to your body. That's super, super important. The only other question I'm seeing here is asking about long-term use. So I'm assuming you mean that on the accelerator, and does it say on the boost too? Let's see. I don't know if it says that anymore, but there's been a question about, not intended for long-term use. Honestly, I think it's smartest when you're using these. Again, when you're wanting to boost your metabolism, it's the surprise change that really makes it effective. And so if you feel like you're hitting at a plateau, I would remove it for a while, maybe a couple weeks, and then reintroduce it again to give your body that surprise again, where it's like, oh, here we go, and it speeds up that metabolism again. I have heard of people alternating, maybe they try this a month, and then they switch to this. I think that surprise again could have some good benefit, some good impact. As for health reasons, for like long-term use, there's nothing that I'm aware of that is something to be concerned about. But again, anytime you're taking supplements, if you've got known issues, taking the ingredients list to your pharmacist, especially if you're on prescription medications, looking at what might have a connection and either interfere. Like I will say, people who take thyroid medication, typically they wake up early in the morning and they have to take their thyroid medication. If you know that's the case, it's highly recommended that then they wait 3 to 4 hours before they take any Plexus products. We've had people ask before, like, hey, could we have a cheat sheet of, if they have this, they should avoid this product. But that would, if we were to create something like that, I think it would put a lot more liability on us, and we are not medical experts. We are not, we don't know their history. We don't know all of their prescriptions. Everybody is different. If they've got known issues, if they have any concerns, or if they have prescriptions, it's highly suggested that they take the list of ingredients to their pharmacist or to their physician to take a look. But That's where testimony groups are super helpful, because you can find out people who are on certain medications, what are kind of the known things. People obviously with like heart conditions and blood pressure medications and things like that, typically anything that's considered a stimulant, they need to be careful of. So those people should be looking at the ingredients, and they should be getting a thumbs up from someone who knows their medical history. BioCleanse used to have grapefruit in it, which is a no-no for a lot of people on, I think, blood pressure medication. I can't remember now, but it's been reformulated. We no longer have grapefruit. Now we have orange peel in it. And so now that's a much better option for people. So sometimes there's changes that are made to products. But again, it's best to get medical advice when they start something, if they've got issues or concerns, or to search team pages, testimony pages, people who are nursing. You guys, there's a big connection to milk production and blood sugar. There's a big connection to your milk production and your gut health. We have a breastfeeding page for nursing mamas who take Plexus and the difference it's provided for them. So if you've got pregnant, nursing, blood pressure medication, thyroid medication, we've got tons of people who have personal experience, and so that information can be shared with either yourself, your family, your prospects, whatever, and typically in a private situation, and then they can use that information to find to figure out what's the best fit for them. Erin says her milk completely changed from her first 3 babies to her last baby after starting just the Slim. I like that. Okay, somebody talking about the levels of chromium. Yeah, we have chromium in the Slim. There's chromium in Block, and somewhere else too. I can't remember where now. There's actually something, we have a medical director who his background is astounding. And I've got like a quote from one of the Jules pages from him looking at all the levels if you took everything at max doses and stuff, and why it's still within safe levels. So I'll try and find that little information, and I can share it with you. Accelerator. All right. Thank you. Yes. Accelerator has the chromium too. Yep. There it is. Thank you. Tessa, I love that you're a Plexus junkie. You take almost the whole line and not had any issues. Honestly, for me, I take everything other than, I don't take Boost or Accelerator. I've taken Block maybe like 3 times. I'm just not good about remembering that. So that's not one that's on my list. Oh, and I don't take Nerve, but really I use everything else. So yes, I'm a Plexus junkie. And talking about my regimen, in the morning I take Slim, X Factor, BioCleanse, Edge, and I actually take Ease every morning too. I really like this. Just reading up on the inflammation aspect, just to keep it at bay. That's why I take it every day, and I really like it. So yes, I'm a Plexus junkie. And so for those of you who are newer, are like, oh my gosh, maybe I don't, this is overwhelming, I don't want to take all these. That's fine. You don't need to take all of them. But just see here that we have products that are going to help a wide range of age groups. It doesn't matter if you're male or female, all kinds of different issues, different goals, different backgrounds. We have something for everybody. That's what's so amazing about being able to share our products with people, because we truly have something for everyone. There's going to be assumptions from a lot of people about what we have to offer and why it's not a fit for them. I ignored it for several months because of that very reason. I made these assumptions about what I thought it was and what I thought was probably in there that wasn't actually healthy, and turns out I was wrong. Some other things that you guys can order are things like trial packs. This is a 3-day Slim and Block combo. I love to give these. This is a 3-day Slim Accelerator Plus. We also have Slim and Boost trial packs, and 7-day Slim only trial packs. Those are things you can purchase kind of in bulk in your back office and then turn around and sell at retail cost for a profit, or you can choose to give them away as samples. Anytime we do Facebook events or vendor booths and things like that, I like to do giveaways, and those trial packs are a great way to do that. But people can go to your website. They'd have to order retail in order to get a trial pack. Preferred is kind of a monthly thing, and so you wouldn't order a 3-day trial every month as a customer, so that's why it's not listed there. They would have to order retail if they go to your website to place an order for a trial pack. Yay! Yes. Okay, good. I'm glad this has been helpful. But there's a lot of information. Our catalogs, if you go to the back office and go to tools and shareables, there's actually a digital file of this, so you can download this as a PDF. You don't have to have the hard copy, but this has great information on all of our products. You can order them through back office or through my Plexus print, which is under your shopping tab. You can also learn information. You could just go to your website, don't log in, just go to your website the way a customer would and shop around and look at information. Look to see what verbiage is on there about certain products. The ingredients label is right there for customers and potential customers to see. I love that. We're very transparent about our ingredients. We're very picky and choosy about what we include and about what we choose to not include. What we choose to not include, I feel like, is just as important. Again, artificial sweeteners is something that my family avoids at all costs. We honestly try to not allow them in our house. So to find a line of products like this that I can stand behind and know that that's not included, that's huge. And the more research you do on the gut health connection and artificial sweeteners, you're going to see why that's important. I can't think of anything else I wanted to share. Thank you guys for sticking on. I know this was super long, but I hope it was beneficial. I will post this recording so people can maybe listen to it in 20-minute doses or something like that on their commute. Anybody else have any questions or anything else they'd like to add? Another really great place to learn about our products, Jennifer Pickett. If you search the hashtag core products on my team page, you should see a video series of awesome things. She is an amazing dietitian who is a Plexus Jewel, and she is awesome. Thank you guys so much for your time, and hopefully you've learned something that's going to make you want to try a new product or share with somebody new. Hopefully you've thought of somebody that can be impacted. Get your friends off Monster and Red Bull. Make them healthy. Give them a healthy option with this. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for your time. This was an awesome Monday Slay. Go join Silver Shooters. May is going to be amazing. And go register for the live stream of Big Reveal this Monday, May 6th. Who knows? Maybe we'll have a new product and we'll have to do some additional training on that. See you guys later.